Hi. The pump wouldn't take my credit card. I'd like to buy some gas.
Oh, you would.
Yes, please.
Okay, fill this, and this out.
What is this?
It's a pre-screening. We need to be sure. What's your credit score?
675.
Hmm. Well, we'd like it to be about 700.
Who's we?
Rent your own.
I'm sorry. I really need a tank of gas.
We all need a tank of gas, buddy.
Buddy?
Think I just fell off the turnip truck?
What?
You think I'm new to the shrubbery maze?
I'm not sure that's a saying.
Well, I'm not. Gas costs money. If you don't have it, you can't have it. I'm not just going to sell it to anyone.
Man, what's your problem?
What's your face?
My what?
You got a cosigner?
Oh, what?
A cosigner. What are you, deaf and ugly?
That's offensive.
Get out.
But what about my gas?
Should have thought about that.
Thought about what?
Like you don't know.
Oh my God, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, probably.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna buy a Tesla.
Elon? Yeah, we got another one. What's going on, Empire of the Stupid Talking Stupid on the DVM Production Empire? I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we really stupid, so you don't have to. My attached microphone. What's up?
You're the worst human being ever.
I mean, what's up?
I just want you to know that you're a horrible person.
I'm the best person. You heard it here first from Patrick's mouth.
Did you get your taxes back yet?
Didn't do them yet.
Oh, that's a mistake.
I know.
Done.
I know.
Get it done.
I have. Hold on. Where is it? That's health insurance.
Yours will be actually really easy this year. You only got the one thing, you know.
It's called a baby, Patrick. She's
I
not
know.
a
That's
thing.
what I meant. You
Yeah,
get like a credit, and then they like make you lunch, and then like those of us who don't have children, they're like, "Fuck you."
I mean, that is the whole reason to have them, right?
Right? Yeah, that's the only reason.
I could really use some tax breaks up in this bitch.
Right?
Oh, I know. I'll just alter my life forever.
There it is.
But you know what?
Worth it.
Get a little bit of money. Also, there is the issue of I don't know what stack of mail that my W-2 is in. Thankfully, I can just go online and reprint it.
I would do that.
Oh, do I need that for taxes?
Yeah, you need that for taxes.
Well, you didn't tell me that this whole time. The past 20 years, I've just been guessing.
Yeah, right.
People are mad at me.
You get that making it work tax.
Oh God, I remember when I got that. Thanks, Obama.
They were like, "Attaboy, you're trying."
Yeah, you ever get an attaboy from the government? Like, oh,
yeah.
Look at him try. Look at him try not to die, idiot. Oh, I want to pay rent and have food and gas.
Like a bitch.
Fucking loser. Oh, all we hear from you is, I want to provide for myself. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I get it.
But I got back my federal. I have not gotten back my state. But that's
okay. So how much did we get?
3,400.
Oh, what?
What? I know.
Patrick has committed tax fraud.
No, I didn't. Oh, I got somebody to do my taxes, so they did.
Is it?
Wait,
what? I think it is.
No.
Oh.
I got an actual accountant that does stuff.
Oh, yeah, that actually knows how to fill things out. Like, you could have been writing all this stuff off all along. And you're like,
yeah,
can I go back? Because I'm sure if you fuck up, like 4 years ago, the IRS will be like, ooh, you still owe me this 20.
Yeah.
Whereas like if I fuck up, like and be like if I fuck up in their favor, and I'm like, hey, like 6 years ago, I forgot to write off my work boots, and they're like, tough shit, bitch, it's our money now.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I know.
Should have went to school to be an accountant.
Should have went to school.
Yeah, no, she's great. She charges 10%, and I love it.
10%.
Yeah.
What kind of hootenanny?
Yeah, it's
kind
not
of
like back in the day where like, I'll buy you a beer. You know?
Right? It's like, hey, I will buy you drinks as long as it takes you to do my taxes. And then, it's like 5 minutes into it. Oh, hey, what's up? And then you stop talking. You stop talking to people and you work
You
on my
work,
taxes.
I'm paying you
I
in alcohol.
and I'd like to pay you less. So if you could just hurry up and get me as much money as possible without spending all my money.
Right.
And it's like you get to the end, like, oh, look how much money you have. I'm gonna buy another round.
Right.
I think we need to go back and revisit the deductions. No.
But yeah, no, it was super easy. And
What is it, your mom?
uh
It's so long.
I'll Jen, I'll text you the name.
Don't tell us the trap.
She's taking new people.
Yeah, that actually might be a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
He's amazing.
Is this like an accountant? Like
He's a friend,
one?
like someone we grew up with, and that's what she does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that's her job.
Like a job.
It's her job, Dad.
Do you think she could afford gas right now?
Well, I know she lives in Florida, so who knows what they're paying.
Ugh, Florida. We're gonna be talking about Florida in a little bit.
Oh, Florida.
Let's look out in case you. How great would that be if we're just covering these stories and all of a sudden you're like, wait, who? What name did you say?
Right.
I know this person.
Huh.
You figure with the amount of episodes that we do, the amount of people that do stupid things each week that we cover stories, which by the way, it's getting harder and harder to put on a show when there's so much actual news going on.
Yeah.
The whole specialized military operation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing takes up so much news. Which if we had a on the ground war correspondent for stupid talking stupid, boy would that cover up most of the time.
Dude, you'd be like, my favorite, like, if you want, I mean, we can go into the aspect of stupid, like, the whole thing, like, most likely if a person is, like, has been raised in the past 15 years or so, like, say, so I'm 42, and I played a good amount of video games.
Patrick,
so
you are a 45-year-old unnamed man from Illinois.
That is untrue. I could, yes, thank you. I at least know a little bit from Call of Duty and things like that. The one that I got, I just saw it before I got your text to come into the thing, was there's this long brigade of tanks, right?
Just single file down the street.
They're going to, because they're an urban area, right? And they get ambushed. And so they go to we're going to go now to Colonel who's he what's it used to be the commander of the Joint Brigade of Training in Iraq. And he's like, yeah, so if you're doing, it's like almost like John Madden of warfare. It's like what you want to do is have some on the ground defenses, like, infantry or even air support. But this guy just is going down with his long string of tanks, and naturally come out of the woodwork, and they got like anti-tank, weaponry.
Yeah, they're picking them off. And they can't. They have to go on the street because the ground is so fucking muddy that everything they have is getting stuck.
Right.
And then it's getting stolen by the residents. They're like, ooh, free tank. I'm going to park this next to the Volvo.
Right.
all these farmers that are just acquiring anti-aircraft vehicles.
But
like, I'm just gonna pop this son of a bitch in the barn.
If I played a little bit of, Battleground or Battlefield or Call of Duty, like, I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, this isn't good. Not that I want to, and that was the other thing. I was watching the CNN thing and I go, shh.
Don't tell them how bad they're doing.
Tell them how to fix it. Like, You know, just go, yeah, I'm surprised that didn't work. They should try it again twice.
Yeah,
You know,
because
but I
it
was
just
just
turns
like,
out they say the third time's the charm. So go ahead
you
and
know,
just
and
keep.
just like basic risk because they talk about like 95% of their like workable weapons are now trying to take Kyiv, and I'm like, so why aren't we going at them for the right? Like, let's send, Poland wanted to give us planes, and they were like, no, 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 it's just gonna make things worse. But then I'm like, Poland, if you want to like, you know, go from the right, like, I don't want to say you should, but
Uh, it was
I'd
so
be the worst. I'd be the worst diplomat ever. Yeah, I
Patrick.
wouldn't do
If
that, but you should totally do that.
if you were a farmer and you came across a some kind of military weapon that you were going to steal and bring home, which one would you want to take? You can only take one. There's a whole battalion to choose from, but you can only take one. Don't be greedy.
I think I would want. I think I would like want like one of those like armor plated like Humvees.
Yeah,
You know,
like a
yeah,
troop
because it's not. I
transport
mean, if
vehicle.
I got a tank, I'm not gonna. What am I
Right.
gonna do with it? Like, eventually go to a field, and where am I gonna get the shells? Like,
There's a
But
gas station called Shell, Patrick.
right. But if I got an armor plated like Humvee, then I'd be like, you have to worry about fender benders. Like
Yeah, but the
if
gas
the
prices on that son of a bitch.
gas prices on anything. Like
Ooh,
I've got a
bro.
Jeep Hemi, and I'm like, well,
Right, but add like 4,000 pounds to that in armor,
yeah.
and I think your
But I
gas
mean, how
mileage might go
much?
down.
You're a farmer, like you go from the farm to the feed store. I'm not saying there's like a whole lot of area in
Okay, if you're
Ukraine.
gonna but you're gonna park this vehicle at your current house.
Sure, let's people know I mean business.
So when you have to go downtown to do a show,
Because I thought about a plane, but I'd have nowhere to land it, and no, I would
that's
not
just
know how to do it.
Patrick. That's just plain crazy.
Plane could like if it was like a Harrier, then I'd be like, I don't have to worry about taking off. Like you just go up. Like the guy who won,
Right, but where
like
do you
they did
refuel those?
the Pepsi commercial where it's like you save points, and then at one point in time they said Harrier jet and a certain amount, and then this guy like saved it and then was like, "Where's my Harrier jet?" Have you ever heard about that?
Oh, I want
That's
to
a long
say,
time ago.
yeah.
But it was such a great story. Like this guy's like going around being like, "Oh, can I have your points? Oh, can I have your points? Oh, can I have your
hmm
points?" And they're like, um, "We don't really have access to a Harrier jet." This was they'd be like, "Well, you seem to have a problem."
It's like the radio stations that have competitions for people to win things that we've covered before. Oh, God, I want to say we covered a story when we first started out of the radio station having a contest for the Wii, whereas
Yeah,
the contestants had to drink water and they weren't allowed to go to the bathroom. It was like hold your Wii for a Wii, and then a woman died.
yeah.
Cool competition, bro. But yeah, you know what? That's enough of that. What we need in our life is a little bit of space news, Patrick.
Space
Space
news.
news. That's what they call Patrick Space News. Space Newson. It's like Rasputin, but
Space news.
outside.
Space news.
Patrick, have you ever thought that you're looking at rocket ships, you're like, it's too many dicks flying around in the sky.
Yeah, I
Too
mean,
many
but they are
dicks.
aerodynamic.
Aerodynamic, more like penis dynamic. And we need to change the dynamic, Patrick.
Sure.
All right. So the German initiative Wehrmacht Feministis. I don't know, but it's an organization called Who Needs Feminism. They developed a spaceship as a symbol for promoting more diversity in space. Um, they said there's too many penis shaped ones, so they went ahead and designed a vulva shaped spaceship and said, no, 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 this one's better. Too many dicks in the sky. We need a pussy rocket. Patrick, you want to?
It's the name of my all-female band that I'm promoting.
Is
Hello,
it?
Cleveland. We are Pussy Rocket.
It's a cover band of Pussy Riot made entirely of aerospace engineers.
Yeah, and
So
they're
they design
the Volvo spaceship.
the vulva spaceship.
It's the
So
up, and you know what you did. If you don't, then that's the problem.
Scientists behind the design say it's more sustainable and more aerodynamic than it's the dick-shaped counterparts.
Yeah.
I don't know how having more of a surface can make it more aerodynamic,
It,
but
it
then again,
because it has a lot of moisture, so
and because it's
you
waxed. Oh my god! Now I'm just imagining a hairy spaceship. It's like a spaceship with a hula skirt.
ah!
Where did the coconut bra go on the vulva spaceship?
Um,
What do you think? Like the hula
yeah,
skirt's gonna be here,
right.
burned off instantly.
And it looks like the front area where I imagine the bridge is probably the most sensitive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's probably very delicate. You don't want to
like we're
hit things with that too
getting
much.
a
Like,
lot of resistance. I know.
say, how do you load things in? Well, you just got to spread the wings and just load it right in the middle there.
Not just gentle, gentle.
How long does the flight last? Well, it's made to last for hours, but usually it's about a 2-minute trip.
It's usually about a 2-minute trip, depending on space. But like
out
when
of
a space is tired, or
Yeah.
they've had too many drinks,
Okay, I get it.
you know, or it's just like really, really excited to be there, you know, like
It's
you
my
never
first
know.
launch.
It's a first launch.
Sorry,
You gotta give them at least 2 or 3 launches because
right. Sometimes you don't make it to the rocket ship. It ends up all over the Cape Canaveral. So they say due to its optimized V shape, it guarantees maximum fuel efficiency, and its exterior is made of reinforced carbon, enabling it to withstand the most extreme temperatures. It's like 67 degrees in here. It's too cold.
Why?
Can I have a sweater? Space is cold.
Space is cold. Like I told you I should have brought it.
I'm gonna have 2 sweaters. like a cute one and then like a really warm one with a hood
Like,
on
what's
it.
the temperature going to be in space? I don't know or anything. Like, can we find out? Because
I want to know if I have to bring my cute boots or my warm boots.
right,
You know what? I'm gonna bring both.
bring them both. When in doubt, pack double.
So the organization has launched a petition to support the project, for which they need 500,000. What? What the fuck are you gonna say, Patrick?
It's got just like once a month you just can't use it. You know?
The fuel goes everywhere.
Maintenance. It's down for maintenance.
God damn it, Patrick. You have ruined the sanctity of the Volva spaceship. Look at what you've done to the Venu 5.
That's right. The Venu 5. Which is by the name, it's like also the name of a razor for legs. Like somewhere like Schick is like, God damn it. All right, change the name of the new prototype. It's gonna be the Venu 5, but now it can't. It like, even with the pink and stuff like that, it looks like a Go-Go's album.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
it is a pretty cool album cover.
We got the space, we've got the space, we've got the space. Yeah.
We got the space.
We got it.
I'm your Venu. I'm your spaceship in this outer space. I ruined that one. I fucking ruined it.
It's okay. Come on. No, I know you run the button, but come on.
Oh, yeah.
Let's keep it fair.
That's fair. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should be booed for that one.
There we go.
Not your fucking period joke with a spaceship, but we're fine. We're fine.
You laughed, and and
well, I'm a child, Patrick.
Well, I'm just saying.
I am immature.
The results of that laughter is probably downstairs right now, trying to figure out what to feed you for lunch, and has decided against it.
He's like, ooh, guess what's going back in the fridge? All the food.
She's like, the fridge is down for maintenance. Bear.
It must be the spaceship's time of the month.
God damn it, Patrick.
We're silly.
Okay.
But you know what? We're not as silly as A couple of kids down in Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Oh, Florida. Two
Don't say
boys.
gay. Don't say gay.
Two boys are accused of battery after they viciously attacked two other juveniles
With
in the ice cream
batteries.
club in Cape Coral. Now, the
Okay.
parents, when they found out about this, they wanted to press charges.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "This is unacceptable. You attacked my child. Go to jail."
That's right.
You want to know how they attacked him, Patrick?
How?
A silly string. A
Mm,
couple kids sprayed a couple other kids with silly string.
okay.
That's
I
it.
mean,
That's the crime.
I don't think you need to go to jail, but like
No.
a firm talking to.
You can be like, "Hey,
Like, don't
don't,"
be dicks.
you know.
Like, if you had the don't be, if you had the don't be dick talk with your child yet, like,
I
don't
should,
be a dick,
because
right?
she's pretty violent. Like last
Yeah.
night, she was beating Jen up when she's like
Oh,
supposed to be
yeah.
in bed, just hitting her in the face with a brush. And I'm like, "Yeah, get her, get her."
I like that she gets that, and you're like in the mirror going, "What?" She's like, "Wah!"
Oh no, she beats the shit out of me.
Oh yeah,
Like she'll literally like grab my face, violently turn it so she can grab my ear and pull really hard.
I get it. I mean, I've been around you for a long time. I want to do that, but
You know.
I've got boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not
Yeah,
related to you, so
she's got no boundaries.
I like
It's
that.
so
All she
rude.
wants to do is play with the squares on the ground.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
she's just like, fuck all this other shit. Give me a
Protective foam
square.
mat that we put down on the ground, the multicolored tiles, to make sure she doesn't hurt herself when she's thrashing about wildly. She's like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna rip this
I'm gonna
motherfucker up."
rip this bitch up and hit somebody with it.
Yeah, at least she'll fucking hit herself with it. And I
Right?
go, "What? What? Who did that? You, bitch!"
I still love that. I still love that. I love you. And she's just like,
Ugh.
and I'm like, she already hates you. That's great.
Yeah, reaches a point where she's like, "Ooh, I'm done with you for the day.
Yeah, I'm out.
So if you could just fuck
Like,
off, I'm gonna go hang out with my mom, and you just shut up. You don't
yeah.
have to leave, but you have to shut up." So yeah, a couple of,
So I was gonna say, so in the future, someone comes to you and says, "Your child sprayed silly string on my child." What is your response to that?
did she yell Spider-Man first? Because I feel like that's not attack. That's role playing.
Was it overhand, or was it like,
Did she
you
say
know?
thwip? Do you remember that they actually had that Spider-Man toy when like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies were
I
out?
fucking love that thing.
Dude,
I had one.
they had an actual fucking silly string launcher with the
But the problem
cans.
was the
There's a little
silly
button.
string, the tube that it came in, was a special size, and I was like, okay, now that it's out, where do I go get it?
You have to buy more, man.
Like,
That's
where
how
do
they
I get
get
the
you.
refill? And it's true. They're like, get another one, and I was like, that's dumb. I'm not buying it. I don't need. I
It's
mean, I
dumb for
had
you,
two. I had two,
right?
and then I was just like, I don't need a third.
Sounds like you did. You could buy
No,
the refill packages.
I couldn't find them.
Oh well, suck it, nerd.
I know.
No, that's like when
Upset.
I was working at Toys R Us at the time, and they had the launchers, and then they had the refills. The refills were always sold out. Like motherfuckers could not get enough of that silly string.
Well, that's why I couldn't find the fucking refills. I was just like, God damn it. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So the kids were not arrested, but they were given notices to appear in court
Yeah.
over silly string. A lady who works at the plaza named Christina Alomar says she saw the juvenile spraying the string, and she's the one that asked them to leave, saying, "Going around spraying each other is one thing, but to like spray other things and other people, it's not right." And she said, "But I think it's a little excessive. They have to appear in court."
I would love to see
Okay.
the scared straight. You're like, it's right. I was going around and I was doing drugs and I was robbing people. You want to go to jail?
No,
Dude, why are you here?
because I attacked someone.
You attacked somebody. That's the
Yeah.
first thing. I was attacking people. How'd you attack them? Hit them with a bat.
I hit it with a weapon.
You had a weapon, huh? You know it's going to be a weapon, and when you go to jail, it's a shiv, and it's going to go in your back.
Oh, I don't want it.
What'd you attack them with?
It was silly string.
Silly string.
I'm a menace.
You brought me out of my jail cell for silly string. You shut up. You shut up.
Oh.
You cry like that in jail, they're gonna make you a bitch. He doesn't need to go to jail.
Oh my god. Mm.
We can I can do a PSA. I'll do a PSA. Are you ready?
Hold on. I don't have the music.
That's right. Hey kids. Oh, you don't have the ending?
Oh, I have that.
Okay, cool. Hey kids. Yeah, some people are bitches. They get a little silly string on them. They tell their parents they're hoes. Just don't get yourself into that kind of trouble. You're gonna silly string somebody. Silly string a friend, preferably your friend that isn't a bitch ass motherfucker. People are bitch asses. That's just the way it is.
It's true. Patrick's out here saving lives.
Was that the right lesson? Did I teach the right lesson?
Yeah. People should know that bitches be out here.
Bitches be out.
Bitches be out here.
Bitches gonna bitch.
I can't believe
that person's a hoe.
The person that like got all upset and threw them out and was like, "You shouldn't be doing that." It's like, "Oh wait,
yeah, well, your mom's a hoe."
Now they're good.
That's my new favorite. That's my new favorite comeback for anything.
Like,
yeah, well, your mom's a hoe.
Are you taking after me because I started off the show with that, calling your mom a hoe?
No. A lot of it's just I've been hanging around Jessie a lot.
Oh.
And she's the one that texts, "Where you at, hoe?" So it's just fun.
Here's my favorite part of this. Cape Coral's police spokesperson, Captain Phil Mullen, said that you shoot something, anything, even something as harmless as silly string, get in someone's eye and cause harm. The potential is there. So just think about what you're doing. This state has the fucking stand your ground. You're allowed to shoot someone if they come at you sideways. But God forbid you spray a little bit of silly string near someone.
Yeah, no good. Right.
So
they fired at me.
Right.
So I opened up a can of whoop ass and shot him with my gat.
As long as it wasn't a can of silly string whoop ass, because that would be a crime, Patrick. Okay, that's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, they're not silly bullets, are they?
Right. No.
Okay, then we're good. We're good for now.
You know, I shot him silly. I was going pichu pichu.
You better not fuck
around.
That's
just something I do when I shoot.
Yeah. Speaking of childhood antics, in Florida,
of course.
I know it's more Florida stuff.
Hold on, let me guess. Okay, so a bunch of dads get together for like a daddy and me thing.
No.
And then they bet like which kid could like kick each other kids. No? Oh, okay. No. That would have been awesome.
No, this is better? Worse? I don't know. You decide. You, the viewers, can decide.
The first rule of Toddler Fight Club. Poopy.
God damn it. That's just too stupid. So a teacher was hospitalized after a 5-year-old at Pines Lakes Elementary attacked her.
Look at this. Give me an F in coloring.
You're in timeout.
You're outside the lines. Baseball bat.
Student used their fists and feet to hit the teacher shortly after 10 a.m. In the cool down room. He was put in the cool down room because him and a 4-year-old started throwing things
with padding on the wall.
Yeah, right. It's used to be the room that the teachers would smoke in.
It's where we used to keep the overhead projector, but we don't use those anymore.
You put the one blind kid in there and be like, "No, you're at the zoo." Someone go in there every 10 minutes and fart and be like, "It's the monkeys.
It's the monkeys.
That's why it smells."
Stick your head in there. Elephant noise. Close the door. They don't know. They're blind.
They don't know. So that 5-year-old and the 4-year-old were throwing things and flipping chairs. So they got put in the cool down room.
Dude, kids are badass nowadays. They're like, they're not told no. They're not whatever. They're like, fuck it, I'll throw a chair. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, and parents fucking want to press charges over silly string.
Yeah.
The generation of parents that I'm unfortunately a part of, or they're so fucking awful.
I know.
I swear to God, I hate
Well,
most of
even
these.
the ones now, like, and it really comes down to they just didn't like being told no, so they don't tell them no. But I was like, my parents, if I got out of line, like whooped my ass. And I'm like, why are you not doing the same thing? And it was because they don't like to be told no, and they didn't like that. So like,
Mm.
I'm never gonna do this. I'm like, yeah, but it makes them like a person.
Yeah,
Like,
you know how many times I was told no, like a day.
I don't know who the comic is. It was at an open mic, but to this day, it was one of my favorites. But this is not mine. But this is from a comic at an open mic. I only wish I
Okay, so
remembered his
Patrick,
name.
this is Patrick's original joke that he definitely didn't steal.
No. I'm just saying. But like I heard a lot of bad that night, but this is the one that stuck with me. He's like, I was at Costco and I saw this kid, and uh this yeah, Elaine, my dad would grab me by the arm and go, I'm only going to tell you this once. Throw it up there so people know. But yeah, like he's like, the kid's like, Connor, 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 Connor. And like the kid is just not listening and everything like that. He goes, the problem is, he goes, it took away the one thing that like moms used to have, is just be like, wait till your father gets home. Because Connor would be like, who, Brad? I don't fucking care. That guy's a bitch. I make more than that motherfucker on TikTok. Like,
I pay
yeah,
Brad's bills.
yeah, I pay Brad's bills. You tell me, shit. Get out of here, Sheila. Go get me my Dunkaroos.
The good ones with the
Good one.
frosting.
And the Teddy Grahams.
Mm.
I want Teddy Grahams. I love Teddy Grahams. Anyway,
Well, you can't have them.
I really can't. They're not a part of my diet.
No.
Everything good is gone. Anyway,
I'm not allowed to have carbs right now either. Mm. A breaking news story though, that it's so extra and I shouldn't do it, but I have the breaking news.
I'm not allowed carbs.
I'm not allowed carbs.
Oh god.
You guys heard it here first. A
And
stupid
that's
sucker
what the
stupid
only other
exclusive.
time that was ever used was telling me that he's having a child. And the one thing that's this is as big. I'm not allowed carbs.
I forgot what bread tastes like.
Can you make one that says mediocre news?
I didn't make this. I found it.
I
If
know,
you
but I'm
listen-
wondering if there's. I think there's things, because there's like this one that you can put the text in, because there's like the one from like 20th Century Fox,
Okay.
and then you like put whatever text you want in there, and then it populates it for you, and it makes an animation. But I would love one that says mediocre news, because it does that whole mediocre news.
Well, if you listen to that breaking news clip, you can hear, because I just found the clip online. I didn't make it. So there's just a you hear a little bit of music, and in the background you just hear audio jungle.
Yeah,
Because someone just stole the fucking audio to make their little
right.
clip.
That's
So,
funny.
all right.
But yeah, he was hitting people, and they tell him now, and now he's in jail and getting the death penalty in Florida.
Patrick, we're hacked again.
Oh my god!
Hey, you know what? At least we're popular.
Sure,
We're popular in the community.
VUR, FYI. Well, thanks for the FYI.
FYI, got your bank account.
But I'm like, on that, like,
So, real
I
quick,
don't get
Patrick,
it.
how many toddlers could you take?
Like, okay, are these
Like, if you're getting attacked by toddlers, no weapons,
okay?
they're coming at you. You got like a good amount of. It's not like you're like you don't get a choke point for a hallway. You're just
Right.
You're out,
This
you're
isn't
on a
like
field.
Daredevil, like.
Yeah, you're on the field. There's no weapons. You can't escape. They came out of the fucking ground, as toddlers are known to do, and now they're attacking you. How many could you take?
I like okay, so you say toddlers, like the age range matters, like so it's about height, you know. Like are these 2 to 4? Are they 4 to 6? Like
It's 5 and under.
5 and under? I think because if they're like, if they're organized, I'd say 4. If they have no
Have you
organization whatsoever, like, and I'm just fucking swinging, like, I think 6.
think of a kindergarten class playing soccer. Do you think they're organized? They all run after
Uh,
the ball at the same time.
well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So the fact that they'd be
So you think
running
you could take
into each other,
you could only take down 6? Patrick, I could beat up an entire classroom of toddlers. Who the fuck are you doing? What, like what? What are you doing that you can't beat up an entire classroom
I
full of
know.
toddlers?
Well, the problem is because, even if you fight back, like, now that's your job. Now you're the teacher who
Oh, I didn't say you're
hit
a
the kid.
teacher.
Oh,
I just said you, Patrick
okay.
Newson, are in a field,
Okay.
and then a horde of toddlers comes after you. How many can you take until you go down?
Uh,
You're gonna. Oh, look who
oh,
woke up
morning,
early.
Matthew.
Matthew, you're here for the perfect time. We're talking
What,
about how many
what,
toddlers can you fight?
yeah. But yeah, like I said, we're in a field and they're like running into each other. They don't have any kind of
It's like
organization whatsoever.
survival mode in a
I'd
zombie game.
say anywhere from 6 to 10, but anything more than that, they'd start to overwhelm me.
No, I
Because I'm
I
going to
would
start
fuck
using a
them up.
toddler against the other toddlers.
Right, you'd hit a motherfucker
I
with a
will
motherfucker.
I will throw those toddlers into them. Like that's just the way, because it's kill
Everyone
or be
knows
killed.
Jacob becomes a projectile.
I'll be like, Barney, bitch, and then I'll throw them into.
Okay, now the montage of you fighting the toddlers. What song do you want playing?
The easy one would be kung fu fighting.
Ooh,
That would be
that's a
the
good one.
easy one. But for hysterical value, breakfast at Tiffany's. Oh, that's a good one. Hero, I need a nap.
Just
No, I think I would
punching
say
babies to
for
that song.
hilarity purposes, I would say Breakfast at Tiffany's by Deep Blue something.
That would be. It's a pretty solid beating up toddlers anthem.
Yeah, because it's got a little bit of a tempo to it. And then like they could like coordinate the punches, and I said, what about
Breakfast
Breakfast
that
at Tiffany's?
punch your face.
Right. Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
How about
For
you? How many toddlers?
I could. Let's see if it's a field, a never-ending horde of them. I think I'll get to like 60 before I get tired.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna
But they're coming from all directions?
right. Sure. So you grab one by the ankles, do the spin maneuver. Exactly. You are greatly
Go all while
un-
going airplane.
wee. More like
Bitch.
me, as in beating shit out of you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I could beat up a whole mess of toddlers.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm hoping
We
not.
got practice working at a bar, so might as well.
Right. That's giant, strong
That's what their
toddlers.
mind of toddlers.
We had a guy on Monday try to jump out the front window to escape. He couldn't pay his tab, and we were trying to get his wife on the phone. So he decided to run away from the front door, go over behind our DJ booth, and try to jump through the front window. So yeah, I think I could beat up like 80 toddlers.
I still don't know how that works. Like
It didn't.
Did he hit the window and just fall?
Well, that's the thing. I didn't get to see it. So
you weren't there. Like,
yeah. So
is there no good camera angle?
I watched the cameras, and I couldn't. I saw him run down the front walkway, turn the corner, go over to the DJ booth, and then the cameras from the front of the bar, you just see a neon sign that's like hanging up, and just start doing this. It's just sitting there going, play. Yeah,
I like to think he stuck for a second and then just kind of like Garfield cat suction cupped.
He tried to climb over all of our storage bins of holiday decorations and jumped through the front window
Why
instead
didn't he
of
go out
paying
the
his tab.
door?
So
He
yeah,
was by the door.
80 toddlers.
He was by the door, though.
Patrick, are you trying to find reason?
A little bit. A little bit.
So how about this? He's a drunk guy from Texas. There's your reason.
Okay.
Speaking of reasons, I don't think there's any good reason for people to be inviting strangers over to their house. I feel like we got this conversation early about not telling strangers where you live.
Yeah.
Okay. Like before you were an adult, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, just don't talk to them.
Right.
Like
But
it's
what
got
if
nothing.
you are
Like
talking to them?
there's no acceptable conversation about
What
There's
if
no
it
acceptable conversation with a stranger. It was just say, don't talk to strangers.
what if it was, excuse me, do you know where the post office is? And you just
Not
scream,
supposed to talk.
rapist!
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
I fucking hate you. I hate you so much.
I'm just saying, I'm not supposed to.
A Pennsylvania man is accused of breaking into a New Hampshire woman's home and hiding in her attic after they met through her OnlyFans account.
And she gave him the address. See, if I'm his lawyer, I'm like, I believe that quantifies as an invite.
Well, Patrick, we're going to get through the rest of the story, and then you decide where to draw the line. Mauricio.
I don't know. 20 toddlers.
Mauricio Damian Guerrero, 20, was arrested and charged with 4 counts of burglary.
Right off the bat, he's got 3 names.
I
Anyone
know.
with 3 names.
And the first one's Mauricio.
But still, 3 names. Like these people always have 3 names. Like
you don't have a middle name?
What?
You don't have a middle name?
I do, but I won't use it.
Okay, but this is like an arrest was made, so they use the full name in the report, and then that's how they get the name.
Like Lee Harvey Oswald, James Earl Ray. Like
Patrick Chartreuse Newson.
Listen, it's Chartreuse.
Okay. It's actually
pronunciation matters. It's a family name. Now my middle name's Edward. My initials are Penn.
Were you 15?
No, it's the name of my great grandfather.
Penis.
Penn 15.
There it is. The authorities say that he allegedly broke into a woman's home early on the morning of February 9th. The woman and her mother called the police after the woman said she woke up and saw someone just standing in the hallway. Officers searched the home and found him hanging out on the roof.
Was it a ghost?
Nope. She didn't marry him. The woman, who has a young child, told police that she had noticed odd things happening around the house in the days leading up to his arrest. She said that the downstairs window had been left slightly open and a door near the kitchen had been left open. She also said her keys disappeared from a counter and then reappeared sometime after she was looking for them.
Oh, went to make copies.
She told the police that she brushed it off as I'm just busy. Okay. They met through their OnlyFans because she gave him her address because he wanted to buy her a TV and a fireplace. There it is.
Still.
That's why if you want to buy, like, I've seen women that do this kind of stuff. They have Amazon wish lists.
Yeah.
So you just buy it and it gets sent to their house and you have no idea where the fuck it goes. It just goes to them. Right. So what are you doing, lady? You're old enough to be on OnlyFans, so you're at least 18, and you have your own kid, and you have no sense, but just like, hey, I could use a TV.
Well, I mean, it goes to show, like, a lot of the rules are out the window. That a lot of things they told us not to do, and a lot of things they said wasn't going to happen, sure happens. They say, don't take rides from strangers.
Don't.
There's literally an entire company or 2 companies that involve rides to strangers.
I mean, they had taxis before, Patrick.
What?
They had taxis before.
I'm just saying, when you get in the car, they offer you candy. Is that like that's a Seinfeld bit? They give you candy. And you don't know this person. You're not supposed to. Not supposed to.
Not
You
supposed
know.
to.
And then literally this, they go, listen, you got to learn this. Do you think you're going to have a calculator in your pocket when you're walking around?
No, that's stupid. Why would I have a calculator in my pocket? Oh,
I
that's
have a
dumb.
whole goddamn computer.
Oh my god, I
Like,
just saw myself on your camera. It's like I was in two places at once.
I
Also,
can't stand it.
I don't know what the window looks like from your perspective because I just have the control panel version.
But yeah.
So, yeah. So he showed up a few times. She said that he seemed nice at first.
They always do.
But then she's like, she didn't want to meet him because he was very pushy. So naturally, he waited outside her home in his car. Another time that he would also sleep in his car outside of her house. One time he sent a message, I'm assuming through OnlyFans, to say, "Hey, look out your window," because he was standing there on the sidewalk waiting for her. And so naturally, she's like, "I'll just let him inside for a while." So he came inside for a couple hours, and she's like, "All right, you know what? It's time for you to go. This is weird. Why does anyone give their information out to people like that?
I don't know, and that's what it goes to show. Like a good enough piece of shit lawyer would be like, hey,
Yeah,
he was invited, he was given the address, he was invited in, you know, like, yeah. I mean, and
my
that
client
very
invite
well that case could be made. So how about you just don't do it?
my client and vampires both have to be invited in.
Yep.
What's up?
Yeah. How did he you get her on
Suck
the
it, Your
stand?
Honor.
And how did he know where you lived? Oh, I told him.
I
And
wanted
why did you
stuff.
give him the address? Well, he was gonna buy me stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna buy me stuff.
Okay. You know,
All
just
right.
like I watched have you seen Inventing Anna on
No.
Netflix? This girl's like, she stole my money. It's like, I'm pretty sure you offered to help pay this. Like, sure you had the idea that like she was gonna pay you back, but she didn't. And you
Mm-mm.
know,
That's why you should not lend money between friends. Money always
mm-mm,
ruins things.
always,
Always ruins things.
you know,
So, speaking of things being ruined, you ever heard of a children's book ruining a career?
no.
An assistant principal in Mississippi was fired last week after he was reading a children's book to a class of second grade students. He said, "My boss had asked me to set up a Zoom with the second grade classes and the principal at the school that they're going to be at next year, and she was going to read to them, but she didn't show up. So to improvise, his boss told him that he should read to the students instead. He's like, all right, well, I'm just going to grab one of my favorite books. I read it all the time. Um, to students, he's read it to students before, never had an issue. The name of the book is "I Need a New Butt."
Sure.
It's a funny little kids book, and it's like I need a new butt. Mine's got a crack. I could see in the mirror a crack at the back.
Is that like it's like Dr. Seuss?
It's a children's book. It's meant to be fun and lighthearted, and the thing is, it is. But someone took super offense to the idea of reading a book about a kid needing a new butt. I mean, if I had someone when I was in second grade going, "You guys want to hear a story about butts?" I'd be like, "Do it." But this person, someone somewhere complained. Either it's a parent or it was the superintendent fired him and has no comment on the issue. But he said, I just think that it's a pretty harsh reaction. I've been in education for 20 years. I've never had a disciplinary anything put in my file, not
Right.
even for being late. And
And I read I Need a New Butt, and look what happened. Fired.
he even said there are other books that have much more suggestive material that are much more widely accepted.
Yeah. You want to hear some reviews for I Need a New Butt?
Absolutely.
5 stars. To all the people who didn't like this book. Well, stop being a prude. This book is funny, and a lot of children find it funny. I think it's hysterical. My granddaughter was laughing so hard. Be glad it's not called I Need a New Ass. 1 star. This was 6 hours ago. Like these are oh yeah.
Hot off the
The
presses.
the first one was 3 hours ago. This one's 6 hours ago. 1 star. I would think it funny. I always love when people like, I would
Good, it's
think it
super words.
funny, but I am an adult. That being said, that the sentence structure. I think it funny, but I am an adult, comma. That being said, dot dot dot. Yeah, you're doing it wrong. It is a crude and inappropriate topic. Some children would find it horribly embarrassing, and though they wouldn't say anything, they would be extremely uncomfortable. Many people are more reserved, refined about some topics.
Mm-hmm. 7
Is it
tockets.
some topics? This book is very inappropriate and would not recommend for anyone. Need to ban it. Easy, Hitler. Kids do not need this to educate them. They need proper parents that
No.
care and stop being gross and raise them in ways of the Lord. This way is not the way. From the
Okay.
Mandalorian.
Someone just doesn't like the Mandalorian.
But like just the sentence structure alone, like
It sounds
that
good.
care and stop being gross and raise them in ways of the Lord. Let's see, are there any more fun ones? One person doesn't know how to rate things. 1 star. Best book of all time. Easily better than any other book in the library.
You see, Patrick, because 1 star means first place.
1
2
star
stars
means
is
the
second
best.
place. It's like 5 stars. Absolutely atrocious. I wouldn't come here again.
One person gave it 5 stars and says, "This is a really good book. I have a brother that says that. LOL."
My brother's had to book a big
Yeah.
Oh man.
5 stars. Very funny. I read this 3 million times. Oh, really?
Did you not
Caleb?
Did you not like memorize it by that point?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was thinking by 3. I think by like 100,000, you're like, yeah, I got it. I get it.
All right. So Patrick, let's say you're reading this book to a group of toddlers.
Uh-huh.
And then a melee breaks
20
out.
of them. And just feed them. No.
I was gonna say, how many of them do you wish to instill wonder? But whatever. Speaking of wonder, people are wondering where Popeye's mascot came from, and I don't mean Popeyes in general. I mean this one specific Popeyes in Slidell, Louisiana.
Okay.
Back in September, after Hurricane Ida, a rooster showed up on the doors of a where did it go? Of a Popeyes, and then just never left.
I'm looking for my wife.
Is she in there? Terry! Terry, I'm sorry.
Get the cluck out here. Terry.
You son of a bitch. So yeah, this rooster is hanging out so much.
Probably
they built
left.
it.
She probably left him because he doesn't make enough at work. You know how much he makes?
I don't
He makes chicken feed.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
That is one big pile of shit.
She left him because he was a cock. Anyway.
No, well, that one's understandable. But yeah, the employees, they built a chicken coop for this rooster to hang out.
That's a really good chicken coop.
I know. And they're like, he just hangs out while he just watches everyone eat all of his friends.
Quite literally a chicken holocaust.
I know. I don't understand the chicken just like, you know what? This seems like a cool place. You know, you guys are so nice.
We did a video for Michael's comedy lab, and it was literally the essentially we were a bunch of scientists in kind of like a World War World War III kind of thing about like the chicken crossing the road. And one of my favorite things is like one of my favorite videos that comes up in the memories all the time is Michael sitting there like trying to find like the right chicken to be in the video, like and stuff. And I was like, he's like, do they have names? I'm like, yeah, there's little 2-piece. And he goes, Caesar salad.
This one customer said, when I have my grandson, I roll down my window and I'm like, look at the chicken. It's almost like a cow at Chick-fil-A, but complete opposite.
Well, I mean,
I
that
want
chicken's
you to
not
go ahead
telling
and
people what to do.
digest that real quick.
Yeah.
It's almost like a cow at Chick-fil-A.
Well, everybody knows the direct opposite of a cow is a chicken.
Yeah. It's a
Like you
complete
learn
opposite.
that. You learn that in animal class.
See, I didn't go to animal class, Patrick.
You should have paid attention. Now you would know
Ugh.
that. You wouldn't be making
Ugh.
fun of things that you don't understand.
You know what? You're right.
What's
But
the opposite of cat?
vacuums.
That's true.
Okay.
It was a lucky guess.
No, I knew that one. Speaking of things I know, people be stupid. You ever heard of this food called poutine?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got Freedom Fries 2.0 going on right now, Patrick. I tell you
Oh,
what.
God.
So there's a restaurant in France. Its name is La Maison de la Poutine, or the House of Poutine.
Yeah.
It has been getting insults and death threats over its namesake because dumb motherfuckers thinks it's named after Putin. And they're like, hey, if you say his name all different, then it's him. So you guys you're going down. You with your fries and gravy and your
Right.
communism.
Oh, like you got the answering machine, and it's like, bonjour. Thank you for calling La Maison de Poutine. Please leave your name and number after the tone. Oh, like,
Did they put that on their answering machine, Patrick?
no. Just like somebody. That's like the message.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't
like,
hear the tone, so I didn't know that this was the message. I thought this was still the outgoing message.
You think that was the beep?
No, that's their beep.
That's the beep in France.
It's beep the François.
Hello, you will die a terrible death for your despicable dishes. And then it was like, bonjour. I'm gonna fucking kill you. It's like, oh Jesus.
They're saying, our dish was born in Quebec in the 1950s, and the stories to tell its origins are numerous. But one thing is certain: poutine was created by passionate cooks who care about bringing joy and comfort to their customers.
Agreed. Oh my God. Okay. So I was watching Best Thing I Ever Ate on Food Network.
Yep.
And this is something we need to do. Jen, I hope you're listening. We're going to do this.
You're talking about one of her favorite shows. Even if she doesn't have the podcast on, she is hearing this.
We are going to make this. It is a lobster poutine, but instead of gravy, it is bisque.
Gross.
Lobster. You don't like lobster bisque?
I don't like dirty seafood water.
Do you not like lobster?
I love lobster.
Maybe you don't like lobster bisque isn't dirty seafood water.
Yes, it is. It tastes like seafood water.
I love lobster, but you put it on the fries, and then you put the lobster on it, and it's awesome.
Having like seafood soup is basically like drinking the bath water of the seafood. Hard pass.
Thank you, Jen.
Hard
it's a cream-based soup. It's almost like a lobster tomato soup. It's not like it's broth.
Not selling it any further.
What's wrong with you?
What do you mean? What's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong.
Throw a little bit, like they do a little brandy in it, like Capitol Grill. It's fucking the best. I'm sorry, you hate awesome things.
I don't hate.
You don't know. Jen's packing a bag right now. Like she's like, I'm out of here.
It's fine if she wants to go eat soup somewhere.
Right?
Like, I have a pretty firm negative viewing of soup. Like there are soups I have. They're okay. But soup, not a meal.
What's your favorite soup? Do you have a favorite soup?
Melted cheese.
All right.
I don't have like a favorite soup. I
love cream of chicken soup with rice. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
You do cream of chicken rice, or like you do the tomato.
At that point, you're just drowning the real food.
You dip a grilled cheese in it. Now, it is not a meal. Do not get me wrong. Like, my sister is like, I'm making a soup. And I'm like, cool. And what else?
Okay, thank you. At least we have a common ground there.
Yeah. Soup is not a meal. That is what you eat before the meal.
Although I will
Like,
say
don't
there
try
was
to give me, oh, it's a hearty
that-
soup. Get
no,
fucked.
there was one soup that Jen made that I actually ate as a meal. It was like a fall like squash butternut squash soup with like sausage in it.
Sure.
Dude, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. That's my favorite soup.
Ramen's not a soup; it's a noodle dish.
Yeah, it's a noodle dish. You idiot. I love you.
Please don't murder me in my sleep.
don't drown me in your soup. It's not real food.
Right.
This is not the only poutine story, Patrick.
Oh no.
We got two poutine stories. Poutine.
We're Putin on the Ritz.
No, you can't even put it on the Ritz.
No.
You have to put it on fries.
Townhouse crackers.
Chicken in a box. A Canadian diner temporarily renamed poutine in order to show support for Ukraine. Le Roi Giuseppe, which they claim to have invented poutine. They wrote on a Facebook post that is changing the name to La Frite Fromage Sauce. Basically, the fried treat. Wow, I can't say this. The fry cheese gravy. The backlash was immediate and overwhelming, where they also received death threats. So you can't have dishes named poutine, but you can't not have them, no matter what. Poutine is it's just something we'll never agree on.
What can I say? It's Chinatown. You know, like
I know so much about that movie because of a screenwriting book. I've never seen that movie.
It's a good movie.
Apparently
that and the two Jakes.
The person who fucking wrote the book is like, if that movie had a dick, it'd be slobbering all over it. I'm like, it was Chinatown. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, I didn't need to see that ever. That's cool. Yikes. Yuck.
What?
Nothing. Whatever you're into.
You know what I am into? Champagne.
Champagne wishes, caviar dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I love champagne.
I don't know if you like this champagne, Patrick.
I mean, I was gonna say I drink Jameson like it's fucking water, but champagne for some reason I'm like, I don't know why. Probably the bubbles, but whatever.
Yeah, probably the bubbles.
Yeah.
Bottles of Moet and Chandon champagne are being recalled all across the EU because they might be filled with a little bit of a oopsie.
Moet. What was it on the porn stars on SNL?
Mm-hmm.
Moet Champagne.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't remember how they said it.
It's Moet Champagne. Moet Champagne. It's as good as Dom Perignon.
I love it. Some of the 3-liter bottles are being recalled after there's been reports of some whoopsie doodles.
Like what?
Well, they're saying don't drink it because it might have been completely emptied of champagne and then refilled with pure liquid MDMA.
I think they got a new product line.
Oops. I'm just saying brunch would be fucking lit.
Why is Sandstorm on in that brunch place? I don't know. Let's go check it out.
No, Grandma's just like... Grandma's walker is lined with glow sticks.
No. I remember the 40s. Grandma, put it down. Put it down.
She's like, oh, I'm putting it down.
Is anybody else hot?
These clams casino are making me come. Grandma, don't say that.
Whoever Benedict is, I love his fucking eggs.
Canadian bacon? It's just bacon farther north, but it's still good. So.
Oh, Matthew, laying it down this early in the morning.
Oh, no. Oh, Matthew.
It's so smooth. It's so smooth.
Oh, God. You know, oh, shit. We are running long. We're going to go ahead and scoot a couple of these to next week.
Mm-hmm.
Although we have now skipped these stories were skipped last week, and now they're going to be skipped this week.
Oh, no.
I know.
We should start off. We'll start off on them next time.
No, you got to start off strong with good stories and then go to the bullshit.
Right.
Or you know what we could do? We could just do a season roundup of all the shit I missed. And actually, no, I save all the stuff that we miss for weeks that are really slow with the good stuff. I pepper these bad boys in there.
Good.
So, yeah, I mean, it's enough to make you want to blow up the world.
No doubt.
Okay, well, I won't. It was pretty much impossible to find a positive news story that didn't relate to this topic. So unfortunately, we are gonna talk about it. And that is the overwhelming support worldwide for the people of Ukraine.
Yeah.
And the story that caught the whole view of everything was the amount of people that are renting Airbnbs.
I did it.
You rented a Ukrainian Airbnb?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Fucking Patrick does
Yeah, I
it
did.
right.
I got 2 nights at about $15 each. And then I sent him a message saying, hey, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
But go ahead and keep the money. And he said, thank you very much. And yeah.
Yeah, so people are booking Airbnbs like crazy and just not going. Just so that way they could try to it's a way of funneling money to the innocent residents of this whole thing, just going like, yeah, shit's fucked right now. Here's anything we can do to try to help you through this. Let's see. On March 2nd and 3rd, guests from around the world booked more than 61,000 nights in Ukraine, according to an Airbnb spokesperson.
Yeah.
More than half those nights were booked by Americans. That's you, Patrick.
That's me.
You did that.
I did it.
And
it was very nice. I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's definitely a way that, like, because I mean, you give it to like a Red Cross, you give it to whatever, and they're like worldwide. And now, granted, in this way, I know that the money went to whatever,
like a very specific person in your
Yeah, he seemed nice.
Oh yeah,
he had a good rating.
And plus, a lot of these places are destroyed now, so it's like you could rent a destroyed place to kind of help that resident go like, I don't know, like start recovering, just fucking anything, because it's such a Wienerville.
Yep.
Putin's a real Wienerville.
He really is.
He's a real gosh darn it.
And it doesn't even make sense. Like, nobody's behind this. Like, I realize you want a bigger backyard, but shit, like
so do we. But we're not gonna fucking throw rocks at our neighbors.
No, and the other one too is it's like, okay, now you got it. You've blown it up. Like,
congrats.
Where do you think the money is going to go for infrastructure? Like, where do you think that's going to come from? So, but it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I think a lot of it is like, I think of Russia as that dude, like that short guy at the bar that wears like the affliction shirt.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, you're not kicking the shit out of anything.
No.
You want to look like you did, but you're unpredictable. Like, he might throw a bottle, and you don't want that. So you're just kind of like,
it's called a special drinking operation.
Yeah. You just don't, you just like, I don't know what he's capable of. And I think that's really what it comes down to. The only thing, the reason they've been like a power for this long is because they've got those missiles, and they're just like every time he talks about it, people are like, it could happen. I'm like, sure, but like the minute they go, we go, and there, what do you have?
He just needs to go to the cool down room and fight a toddler.
Yeah, like, anyone want to volunteer? Send your toddler to Russia.
If you have a kid that's misbehaving, send it to the cool down room and throw down the chances to fight Putin. I think it's a flawless plan, personally.
Yeah.
What do I know? Anyway.
Yeah,
this is where you could say.
Well, that's going to do it for this week. Show us where they can find us online.
You can find us individually on Twitter at PatrickNewsom42. That's the quiet guy. At Hungry as a Bear. That's me. You can follow the entire DVM production empire at the DVMPE. You can find us the video version of the podcast on Facebook and YouTube by searching for Stupid Suck is Stupid. Like and follow, share, rate, review, all that good stuff. You can find the audio version of the podcast, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, every major podcasting app that you can find. And everything we have is on www.stupidstalkingstupid.com, including on the homepage every week when we're doing this podcast live at 4 p.m. Central. The video version, the YouTube link is right there on our homepage. So
Yep.
if you want to try to hide at work, you can just click on our homepage and go that way. And you don't have to be like, what? I'm just listening to an app.
To a podcast.
No apps required.
Just listening to an app.
Just listening to an app.
I'm just listening to an app. Oh, okay.
So,
he doesn't know anything about technology.
No, he doesn't. But you leave him alone.
Listening to an app the other day. Yeah. So anyway, and you can find all of our stuff on dvmpe.com. So that's gonna do it for this week for Stupid Talking Stupid. I am Patrick,
And I'm Bear.
and we'll talk to you later.